At 65, life's not slowing down. It's shifting gears. Problems with your wife. Talk, laugh, forgive. Health fading. Walk, swim, live. The best chapters aren't behind you. They're written now.
Do you lie awake at night staring at the ceiling wondering what happened to your previous relationship? Does your wife seem perpetually nervous, distant, or frustrated? As a 65-year-old man who has weathered many of life's storms, I understand this problem very well. For years I thought it was simply an inevitable development of a long-term marriage. The passionate bond we once shared had faded, replaced by tension and emotional distance. My wife seemed constantly irritated and I felt helpless to improve our situation. I didn't realize that these relationship problems weren't just related to age or the passage of time. They weren't even related to our relationship itself. The root cause was something much more fundamental to human well-being that neither of us had thought about. A revelation that changed everything. During a routine checkup, the doctor noticed something suspicious in my blood work. The mineral levels in your body are significantly reduced, he explained. This is not uncommon for men your age, but it's not something you should ignore. He went on to explain that 3 specific minerals play a critical role in mood regulation, energy levels, and even relationship satisfaction. A deficiency of them can manifest in irritability, low energy, poor sleep quality, and decreased interest in activities that used to bring pleasure, including intimacy. These 3 minerals are not exotic substances that require expensive supplements. They are fundamental nutrients that our modern diet and lifestyle often do not provide in sufficient quantities. The 3 missing minerals are: the first mineral is magnesium, often referred to as the mineral of relaxation. Magnesium deficiency is incredibly common, affecting about 50% of adults. It is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body and is crucial for the nervous system. When it is deficient, we react more strongly to stress, experience muscle tension, and often suffer from sleep disorders. The second mineral is zinc. This essential element supports testosterone production, immune function, and cognitive health. A zinc deficiency can lead to decreased drive, poor concentration, and moodiness, all of which can worsen relationships. The third mineral is selenium, which supports thyroid function and acts as a powerful antioxidant. When selenium levels are low, energy production suffers, and the body's ability to cope with oxidative stress is reduced, often leading to fatigue and poor health. My personal journey to recovery. After learning about this deficiency, I began methodically replenishing these vital nutrients. Together with my doctor, I determined the level of supplementation needed and simultaneously adjusted my diet to include more whole foods naturally rich in these minerals. I increased my intake of dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains to obtain magnesium. I learned that avocados and dark chocolate, in moderation, are also excellent sources of magnesium, a discovery that my sweet tooth certainly appreciated. For zinc, I incorporated more oysters, beef, pumpkin seeds, and lentils into my diet. My wife, always a creative cook, found a way to make these supplements tasty rather than medicinal. As for selenium, just a few Brazil nuts a day provided more than the recommended amount. I also increased my intake of eggs, sardines, and whole grains. Within just a few weeks, I noticed subtle improvements. My sleep became more restful. The afternoon energy slumps decreased. And most importantly, my emotional resilience increased. I was no longer reacting so acutely to minor disappointments. The unexpected revitalization of relationships. What surprised me most was not the physical improvements, but how these changes transformed my marriage. As my energy and mood stabilized, I found myself more present in conversations with my wife. I had enough emotional energy to listen attentively rather than shut down. As my sleep improved, my cognitive function improved. Arguments that might have escalated before were now occasions for productive discussion. I was reminded of those small gestures of affection that had been part of our early relationship, but had fallen by the wayside. My wife noticed these changes too. "You've changed," she remarked one evening. "More like the man I married." The nervous tension that had characterized our evenings began to dissipate. We started laughing together again, enjoying each other's company rather than just coexisting. It's not about age, it's about balance. The notion that relationship problems in adulthood are inevitable is simply wrong. What appears to be an age-related deterioration is often a correctable imbalance. Our bodies require specific nutrients to function optimally, and when those needs are not met, every aspect of our lives suffers, including our most important relationships. I tell this story not as a miracle cure, but as a call to pay attention to factors you may have overlooked. Modern medicine often treats the symptoms rather than investigating the root causes. Sometimes the solution to a problem is more fundamental than we realize. Your next steps. If my story resonated with you, consider the following actions. Consult with your doctor about testing for mineral deficiencies. Check your diet for natural sources of magnesium, zinc, and selenium. Discuss necessary supplements with a healthcare provider familiar with your medical history. Be patient. Dietary changes take time to show their full benefits. Remember that each body is different. What worked for me may need to be adjusted for your specific situation. The goal is not to follow my protocol exactly, but to find out if mineral deficiencies are affecting your quality of life and relationships. The most valuable lesson I've learned from this journey is that many of life's problems have solutions that we haven't thought of yet. What seems like an interpersonal problem may have physiological roots. What seems like an inevitable decline in energy may turn out to be a correctable imbalance. If you found my story helpful, I invite you to sign up for my newsletter, in which I talk weekly about optimizing health in adulthood. The wisdom we've accumulated over decades of life is powerful, but combining it with modern health knowledge makes it truly transformative. I'd also love to hear your experiences. Have you noticed a connection between your physical health and the quality of your relationships? What solutions have you found? Please share with us in the comments below. Your journey to better health and better relationships continues, and it's never too late to start it.